Come in. Oh, hi,
Hello.
Charlie.
Mm,
Take a seat.
Thank you.
I'm Chris.
Yep, I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you. I understand you've got a cold.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you'll forgive me for not shaking your hand then.
That's fine.
Good, good. Did you find this all right?
Yes, it was a bit cold getting here, but otherwise it was fine.
Good, good. So you're here for our course on teacher aiding.
Yes, I am.
Right. And why did you apply for the course?
Well, sorry.
I was just saying, why do you want to be on the course?
Well, I've done some voluntary work for teacher aiding, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I heard about there being courses, discovered this one, and thought it would be good to go through with this so I can learn to do a better job at teacher aiding.
Right, right. So do you know what sort of is on the course and what it involves?
Yeah.
That's the syllabus?
No, I know about the 3 different certificates, the behavioural needs, the literacy and numeracy course, and the special needs certificate. Yep. I saw that it's thought that 32 weeks are estimated for being needed to complete each one. If I have to do about 12 hours a week or more.
So, and you're currently doing other study as well, is that right?
Yep, I'm doing NCEA level 2 at the moment in digital technology, pathways, so that's job searching, learning how to take part in an interview, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And also physical education, PE.
Right, okay. And so tell me a little bit about yourself in terms of the skills you have for this, and what it is that kind of makes you think that you have the right skills to be a teacher aide and do the course.
Well, I'm very patient when it comes to doing my voluntary work, so I think that's quite important for being a teacher aide. Yeah, I'm quite good at hearing teachers' instructions and following them.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And that's just 2 of the skills I think I have.
Right. So give me an example, because you've done some teacher aiding work. I don't know how much you've done, but give me an example of the a successful experience you've had doing teacher aiding.
Well, let's see. Well, I started out doing just reading with specific students, and with one student.
So you were reading to them, or they were reading, or?
Oh, well, they were reading a book, and I was helping them where they needed it.
Okay. Yeah.
So just to improve their literacy skills.
Right.
And with one of the students, I was able to say that they had very noticeably improved in their reading skills since they had started working with me. So I would call that a very good success.
Yeah, good. So if you were looking for the qualities that you think this person or someone doing this kind of a course, this kind of a job would have, you've already mentioned a couple of them. What else do you think as personal qualities they should have?
Well, I think personal motivation to do the work is important, like being motivated to help the students and the teacher, and following on from that, it's probably also an important skill to have to be able to motivate the students to do the work.
Right. Yeah.
Like if the students don't want to do the work, they're probably not going to learn as much as if they really want to do the work.
And what is it that, take yourself, that motivates you to be a teacher aide? Why do you want to do it?
Well, for me, it's the knowledge that I'm really helping them is one thing that really motivates me, knowing that I'm helping someone, and I really like knowing that I'm personally being appreciated by the people I'm helping. So that's really what motivates me to do the teacher aide work.
Right, right. And in terms of, so why do you think we should pick you to do the course rather than lined up 30 other people? What is it that really shines about you?
Well, when I start out doing some work, I really try to see it to the end. I'm not the sort of person who starts something and then thinks I'm not going to do that anymore, I don't really want to. Well, if I get this course, I'll really try to succeed in it and follow it through to the end.
Right. So can you give me an example of something where you have been determined and seen something through to the end?
Well, a couple of weeks ago I took part in quite a big play called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, and I had one of the main parts, Rosencrantz,
Yeah.
and I had just loads of lines to work. There were like 60 plus pages in total, and I was on all of them.
Right.
So that's a lot of work to do in
It's a
school.
Tom Stoppard play, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
About Hamlet?
Yes, it takes Hamlet and takes the point of view of two minor characters, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. So, in that play, I could have thought, well, it's a lot of work, I don't want to do it. But instead, I thought, no, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to put on a good performance.
Right.
And I would like to say that they were good performances that I did.
Yeah. Okay. Splendid. We talked quite a bit about some of your strengths, but what about your weaknesses that you have?
Well, as I put in my application to the course, I have Asperger's syndrome, and that has a number of strengths and weaknesses to it. Now, you asked about my weaknesses, so I'll go into a few of the weaknesses with that.
Yeah.
Well, one of the weaknesses is my social abilities. I've just not been starting out as a very sociable person, so that's something that I've really had to work on. And on a more academic level, there's also, I'm not very good at my interpretation of texts and that those are.
And how do you think that'll impact on the course and taking the course? How do you get around that with NCEA, and how will you get around it with the course?
Well, when it comes to NCEA, my literacy skills, I've just had to put my head down and do the work. It's not that I can't do it, it's just more that I have to work more than others to achieve the same level.
Right.
So it's for me, it's just a little more work to do. I just have to work just that much harder to do it. But I think I can get there.
Right.
I just have to be able, it'll just be a matter of doing the work, which, and as I've said, I'm really good at just following through with the work and doing my best to achieve it.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, that's good, Charlie. And probably covers most of the things that I've got on my list. Have you got any questions that you wanted to ask me, either about the course or the college, or?
Well, I was wondering when I'd be able to hear about my results of this interview.
Right. So probably we're about. There's a 3-week process for the interviews, and of course it's a competitive one. And then after that, the process is that we'll contact you if you're successful, or if you're not successful, by letter.
Okay, thank you. And I'm also wondering, the other people who enroll for this course, what is it about the course that they find challenging, and what is it that they find particularly easy?
That's a good question. It's tricky because it really depends on the people, but I think most of the ones who make it through, they have a reason for making it through, and they kind of have an application that they want to do with it. Then there are some who are less academic, who struggle with the sort of more conceptual stuff in the course. So, and like you said earlier, it's just a matter of them working hard and trying to get through it and keep going. So, plus I think also because it's 32 weeks long, there are obviously life changes that happen to people during that time. So so that in itself is something that people need to work through.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. No worries. So thank you for coming in.
Yes. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. And once again, I won't shake your hand because of the
yeah. I understand that completely.
Indeed. Lovely. Well, nice to meet you, Charlie.
You too.
All right. Cheers. Bye now.
Bye.